Well, hello there. I haven't made one of these videos for several days. Today's the 13th of April. And I got to thinking, I've been so discouraged. I've been listening to all the stuff that's going on with this election 2024 and all these wonderful people and all this good stuff that's going on. And there's everything. There's the border, and there's all kinds of, they're moving 10 million people in so they can drop wages for the poor people. And well, I was flipping through the channels. Because I really haven't wanted much to do with it. And I was flipping through the channels, and there was that movie, Jurassic Park, where they went into that park, that guy had built with all the dinosaurs and stuff. Well, there was a chubby guy in there that to make lots of money by stealing embryos of dinosaurs and selling them, he was going to make millions of dollars. So he shuts down all the fences in the park. So when it happens and it storms on and all them dinosaurs, them things that they got in there, and the T-Rex and the velociraptors and that can run around killing things and eating people and stuff. Well, I was kind of chuckling about that. And then I got to thinking, for some reason it popped in my head, the first three movies of that Star Wars. I liked them. I haven't cared for any of the stories since, but the first three, the stories were good. They didn't rely on all of that computer-generated stuff to make it a movie. Now, if you think about that first one, with that wicked emperor and all that stuff that was going on, I don't know if they intended it or not, but you look around at what's going on in the United States, and basically in the world too, because the United States is the bully on the block causing all the problems. They'll deny it, but that being a bully and in their nose in everybody's business and telling them, you can't do this, you gotta do that, you gotta be a democracy, you can't be free, you gotta have a democracy, you gotta this, that, and the other, and you gotta all these kind of things. No, but you get into that one, that Star Wars stuff, that evil emperor and Darth Vader and the bunch, and you follow them stories through. To when that, well, you look at that immigration thing. Now, if you really go back and pay attention, and you look and you read and you study, and you ignore the Pharisees and the Sadducees, those are the lawyers and the corporation guys that are all for the money and all for the law and everything. Go back and think about liberty. Now, if you go back to the original intent, there were 13 colonies that became 13 states, and those states were equal to, each and every one was equal to the state of England, the state of France, the state of Holland, the state of Spain. See, states were countries. They were sovereign, independent entities. Well, those 13 states got together. Well, we ain't big enough to go beating Great Britain by itself, or France, or Spain if they come after us. So France and Great Britain were their big problems. So let's get together and form a union. So if somebody attacks one of us, we all jump in, and like going after a family. You know, you go after you and start beating on the oldest brother, you're going to have the 2 younger brothers and the 3 sisters and the mom and dad on top of you. That's where the cops have a trouble with a family dispute. They don't like to go to those things. Well, over the years, the corruption has made, it's hid that, it's obscured that fact that these states, and that civil war that the North got going intentionally so they could do away with a lot of this stuff without making amendments, without changing the whole Constitution. Go read, go study, go pay attention. Well, you go through and you look. Texas down there has every right to do what that governor and some of them people want to do. Now, a state, immigration, let's look at that. Immigration, the Constitution says that the United States Congress will come up with a plan for naturalization. That means making people citizens. Now, each and every individual state has the right to set their laws and have their say on who is a legal resident of that state. It doesn't matter whether they're on a visa or what. As long as they're fit in this category, the state can say who is a legal resident. Technically, the state can issue a driver's license. State can do all this kind of stuff. But they can't let them vote in federal elections because they're not a citizen of the United States. They're not a citizen of the state they are a resident in, so they can't vote in that state. Okay? Now, you go through all that, you get done. Each state can say who's a legal resident. Now, that thing about this abortion, Arizona just passed, the Supreme Court in Arizona just brought back a law out of 1894 or something like that, outlawing abortion. Well, that's fine and dandy because it was on the books. It's still there after all this time. Okay. Now the people have every right. Let's put that on the ballot. Let the people of the state of Arizona vote on it. And if the people of the state of Arizona say abortion is legal, it'll be legal in Arizona. If they vote and say it's not legal in Arizona, it won't be legal in Arizona. Now, every state union has that right. But also in there, there's that little codicil in the Constitution that says you honor other states' stuff. I forget how it's worded, but it's in there. If there's a big discussion in Arizona about, hey, well, we'll arrest and we'll punish anybody that helps somebody go out of the state to get an abortion. That's baloney. If they go out of the state to get an abortion, say in California it's legal, okay? They go to get abortion in California. They come back. Whoever helped them go to California, whoever paid the money for their ticket, whoever did whatever, paid for their lodging down there, they come back. Nobody is guilty of anything because in California it's legal. Got it? That's the agreement between the states. All of these people, these tyrants, these would-be, these good Christians, these good Muslims, these good this, that, and the other, these good red party, green party, blue party members and that, they're all tyrants. that platform for the Democratic Party and platform for the Republican Party, they got nothing to do with the Constitution of the United States. Those are gangs. They're mobs. They're set up to take away people's money, take away their people's rights. Look at what they did when they passed that Federal Reserve back there in 1913 or whatever it was. They have made our currency like it's a currency souffle. They have cooked the books. They have cooked the books. They've illegally spent money on Ukraine. They've illegally spent money for a war in Vietnam. They've illegally spent money, have troops all over the world. They built a currency souffle, taking all the value out of it. You punch that, whew, $1 won't be able to buy you a fish turd. Okay? That's exactly what's happened. Now think about it. Go, read, study, think. Put your head in gear. Get a little bit upset over it. Anybody that wants to have liberty, what it says at the beginning of the Constitution of the United States in the preamble, to secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. It's all been corrupted by criminals. Think about it. Look at it. Consider what you ought to do. Well, have a good day. I feel better. May God bless you all. Try to be good to one another. Don't be like the government. Have a good day.